How's it, guys? James here with my good friend Lutuli from the Tuli Capital. We've just spent an amazing Friday morning at the Prudential annual face-to-face conference, and it was really pretty great. The speakers also chatted around how debt and cash flow impacts the quality of a business, and around the longevity risks and so on involved in living annuities and long-term planning and retirement planning. What are some of the takeaways that you came out of there with?
Yeah, it was a very interesting presentation. I think the three key things for me is that investing is becoming about risk management. Good investing is about alpha. Great investing is about beta. You need now more than ever really good advice, and you need to be managing that risk. And those who are able to manage the risk going forward are going to be the ultimate winners going forward. I think secondly for me, talking about again the global economy, one of the real big risks in the system are debt. We heard from the speakers that debt levels are now at a higher level than they were during the last global financial crash, which is very, very worrying. And a large portion of that debt is government debt, and I think that's very real for us as South Africans, because we can all agree that our biggest risk is Eskom. The debt levels there have become at such large levels that we have to ask how are we going to pay that down. But more importantly, it has now become a risk, because if Eskom is not giving us the power, how are we going to grow and able to grow this economy, grow employment, more importantly, be able to pay back the debt? We heard a great quote about every great financial crisis can be attributed to unsustainable debt. And I think that's a big thing we have to be aware of. And then lastly, really what I got from today is about perspective. And what I mean by that is two things. We heard about the rise and fall in living annuities, but most importantly, I think we have to have perspective that investing is a 50 to 70 year game. And we mustn't fear and focus too much on the short term. The market's done nothing over the last 5 years. There's lots of bad news out there. But if you just get some perspective that it is a 50 to 70 year game, this investing thing, then really you gain some perspective. And we had a great speaker there, Richard Poplin, who was reminding us how we tend to focus on South Africa, where there's a whole global economy happening out there. We less than 1% of that. And I think we tend to lose perspective as to what is happening out there. We're part of a much bigger plan, and we as South Africans need to not always look at South Africa through the South African prism, but from a global prism, and that puts things into perspective.
I can agree with you 100%. Thanks so much. Listen, guys, we've just finished now. We're about to have some lunch. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to follow Tuli Capital on social media and Villic Well. Have a great weekend. Cheers.